Hi everybody, welcome to the Brian Roberts Guitar Academy. For this video I'm going to show you different locations for both C and B, as well as where F exists. Okay, so this is kind of like my part 3 video of the dot inlay as far as navigating the guitar. I'm going to kind of give you a situation where you're going to find that the sound is exactly the same, but the names are different as far as the notes I'm about to play. So if you watch the previous 2 videos, if I were to ask you to play C, you would be going to here on the 3rd fret of the A string. That is indeed a C. Okay. If I were to ask you to play C flat, you would most likely do this. Okay. Which would be 1 fret below that previous C, C flat. Okay. Now if I asked you to play B, you'd play B up here at the 7th fret of the E string. And if I asked you to play B sharp, you'd play 1 fret above that. Okay. Now if your ear hasn't already caught this, you should notice that those 2 tones sound exactly the same in those 2 different locations. This is kind of one of the pitfalls of the guitar as far as how it's set up. There's more than one location on the guitar to play the same exact thing. Okay. So, for example, if I ask you to play B sharp, and then ask you to play C, you should notice that it's the same exact thing. If I ask you to play B and play C flat, that's the same thing as well. In the musical vocabulary, there's the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the accidentals that live in between them, sharps and flats. There is an exception to this rule. There's 2 exceptions to this rule, and that is the sound space between C and B. There is no accidental in between C and B. So there is no B sharp and there is no C flat. Okay, a C flat is a B, and a B sharp is a C. Okay, so now what you want to consider is that if I were to ask you to play B, there's a B that lives here on the 2nd fret of the A string. And depending on where you are on the guitar, if you're playing something around in this region, you might want to play B down here. However, if you're playing something in this region, you might want to play B up here, right? So use that to your advantage. My general rule though is that you want to get more comfortable with the B that exists here as opposed to here for your open chords. If you're playing all your open chords and then you happen to come across a B minor or B major, whatever, it's right there as opposed to having to climb way up here to the 7th fret. Okay, so B and C as well as B and C. Now you know. One more thing, we have all the letters of the musical alphabet except F. Okay, so here is where F lives. F is on the 1st fret of the E string. You can also think of it as an E sharp. The distance between E and F, however, there is no accidental in between the 2. Okay, so previously if I asked you to play E, you'd probably play it up here at the 7th fret. Okay, if I asked you to play E sharp, you would probably play a fret above that. But like I said, there is no accidental in between E and F, and there's no accidental in between C and B. There's no sharp or flat. So an E sharp is an F. Okay, and an F flat is an E. This is the only time this happens. Okay, so there's an F that exists here and an F that exists here at the 8th fret of the A string, 1 fret above E. So like I was explaining earlier, you want to use this to your advantage. If you're playing something in this region and you have to go to an F, you might want to go to this F. And likewise, if you're in this region and you have to play an F, you might want to play this F. Okay, so we have an F that lives on the 1st fret of the E string as well as the 8th fret of the A string. So what we have left, what we went over, is B and C and F. So there you go. And now you know where F is. And now you know where you can play B and C in 2 different locations. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave comments.